Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the Auzai portable monitor. I did receive this product to review, but any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this product and you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in my video description below. You can see how it comes packaged to you right here in a very simple retail box with a lot of the tech specs on the back for you so you can learn more about this product. You can see it's a 15.6-inch screen. We have 1920 by 1080p resolution. I did look it up online. This is a 60 hertz monitor, weighs 650 grams, IPS panel, and we have built-in speakers. So two 1-watt speakers right there. Now let's go ahead, let's open it up and look at the package contents. Here are all the package contents. First up, we have your user guide and manual. Right on the front, you can see their customer service information if you ever have any questions. Then we can open it up and you can see a table of contents walking you through what's in the box and then how to connect it if you want to connect headphones, connecting to a computer using USB Type-C. Then we have connecting with a mobile phone with TV out function, connecting to the Nintendo Switch, connecting to a computer using mini HDMI, connecting to other HDMI devices right there. Then you can see the next page, we have some basic operation instructions for you. Charts and diagrams walking you through all the different ports on this monitor. FreeSync as well. The on-screen display menu and settings in color. Then we have some more menu functions, some troubleshooting, and some maintenance suggestions and tips on the back. Then you can see we have 3 different cables that are included. USB Type-C to USB Type-C. Then we have USB Type-A mail-in to USB Type-C. Then we have your HDMI to mini HDMI cable. We have a microfiber cloth. We have a screen protector. And then we have the monitor itself. Now let's go ahead, let's look at the monitor in more detail. So looking at the monitor, you can see we have a nice magnetic cover and stand. We can peel it back to reveal their logo and the barcode for the portable monitor. We can see some nice icons walking us through all the different ports and buttons and controls that we have for the monitor. So let's go ahead, let's look at them right here. So you can see we have our auxiliary port. We have like a navigational wheel right here and our power button. Then we can flip it to the other side. You can see we have our mini HDMI and our 2 USB Type-C ports. So the one on the end right here, this is going to be your power port. And the second one's going to be your data transmission port right there. Look at how thin the monitor itself is on both sides. Very impressive right there. Let's go ahead. We can take the case off. So check it out. You can see the monitor. Nice 15.6-inch screen, guys. Pretty neat. Looks great. We have some feet right there too at the bottom. You can see that on the sides and the bottom right there. This can snap back into place. So watch as we just kind of push that back on itself right there. And now we have it propped up in one position. And then we can adjust it to the second position right there. So we have 2 different options for our viewing angle. Very portable, guys. Very slim and thin, so you could definitely, stick this in your backpack, briefcase, that sort of thing. Really nice, cool looking screen. We can also just take the cover off completely if we want to reveal the monitor. Look at how slim and thin that is. Very nice, really cool. Now let's go ahead, let's get the screen protector installed. So to change the screen, they provide us with the screen protector we're going to use right out of the box and a microfiber cloth. Let's go ahead, let's take our microfiber cloth and just gently wipe the monitor. Hopefully it's not putting anything else back on the monitor. And if there is anything already on it, we're able to get it off with this cloth. Let me kind of inspect it now. Kind of look at it really good. I want to make sure there's nothing, no little particles on the monitor. The screen looked really good right out of the box. So I'm not even sure. I was debating if I should even do this because sometimes I swear it ends up adding more stuff to the monitor that wasn't there straight from the factory. But there's some dust in my studio, so I know it's floating around in the air. And my OCD in me always wants it perfect, but I know that can never always happen. So I think we have it good enough. We haven't touched the screen, no smudges or anything else. So let's go ahead and let's take the screen protector. We have it here. They have two stickers. One is blue with a 1 and one is red with a 2. So let's go ahead. Let's put the first one on. We got to peel off the blue one and then we'll just pick a corner and then we'll go. I was trying to think if I maybe had something to slide with as we go, but I guess we'll just use my fingers right here. So just very gently peel off the first sticker some. So you can see how we're doing it right here. Kind of line it up. Get the monitor screen how you want it. And very gently, let's go into the corner. Try to get it right into the corner as far back as we can. Just be very patient. You want to line it up. This is like doing a phone screen on steroids. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see. Just very gently. You want to push any of the bubbles out that you can. Just work them out with your finger. You got to slowly work. You can work all the bubbles out of the screen protector. You may have a couple bubbles left that aren't just air bubbles, that are actually, you know, a little dust particle, piece of dirt. You can't do anything about those, but you can get these out just by pushing them. You just keep working them out. You can see right there. Just take your time, be very patient, be very careful too. So push, push, push. Keep pushing. That's all you got to do, guys. Then you can work them out. So guys, I spent about 5 more minutes pushing out a lot of the air bubbles that I could. You can use your fingernail, get a long piece of some sort of hard plastic, a credit card, anything along those lines you could use to try to get some of them out too. You can see we still have a lot of bubbles left. So keep that in mind. If you're a professional, you might do a great job and not have any bubbles. If you're just so-so at doing that, which is what I am, you're going to have some bubbles left. A lot more than I honestly thought we would have left using the screen protector. So honestly, in the end, I think I'm going to not end up using the screen protector, but it is nice that they do include it. So now the second step is for us to go ahead, peel off the second sticker. So there we go. We have the second sticker right there. And there it is. So everything came off very easily, but we just peeled it off. We still have some bubbles left. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it here from this angle. It looks great just like that. So keep that in mind. You can use the screen protector if you want. Just know you'll have some bubbles, or you don't have to use it, and it's nice they included it. But again, it does have this nice magnetic cover for you. So I like to think that that might be enough for you to keep it protected, you know, because you'll just use it and then you can just close it up and not even have to worry about it. So again, it's nice to give it to you, but you may or may not even use it. Now let's go ahead, let's fire it up and try it out. So now you can see we got the monitor set up. So we're using a 2018 Mac Mini with the USB Type-C port right there with their included USB Type-C cable plugged in to the second USB Type-C port on here. So we have our power USB Type-C, then the data one, then our mini HDMI. In this case, this is able to power it and transmit the video. Your device, if it can't, don't forget you can use the other USB Type-C port as well to power the monitor if you want to transmit the video and audio with the second USB Type-C port. Now let's go ahead. You can see on the screen right here, we got our Mac pulled up and everything looks great on this monitor. I gotta say, my first impression with the 1920 by 1080p with that full HD resolution, it actually looks a lot better than I was expecting. I don't know why, I just think it actually looks really good, especially up close as opposed to seeing it through a camera lens. Now let's go ahead, let's look at some more settings. Now we have our new iPhone SE plugged in and everything is very responsive and it looks really nice to have it on the big monitor and the bigger screen. So we could view our photos if we want. We could just check them out right there. Look at that. Doing a great job. Very responsive. The colors look great too. Really a nice monitor. Great if you guys want to do some mobile gaming. You could do that. Or just look at your apps and just have a bigger screen so you can see Amazon Alexa right there. We can open up our Smart Life app too for our smart products. It's just like using a massive iPhone with the bigger screen. We could play games like Mario Kart. If you want to use this for mobile gaming, you could do that. We can also open up our camera. So check it out. Photo, portrait, Or landscape mode right there. The monitor adjusts with the iPhone. Same for video too. You can see you got video, and then we can adjust it just by rotating the phone. So everything works great. It looks really good. Now let's go ahead. We have HDR off. Let's go ahead. Let's turn it on again. So push the menu settings, scroll down to Other, HDR. So here it is off, and then check it out. There it is. So it is noticeable. Pay attention. Now we have it on. Now we have it off. So that looks great. Let's go look at some of those photos again too to see if we can tell a difference. So here we go. We got a thumbnail right there. No HDR, HDR. So no HDR, HDR. You can see the difference with the range of colors that we get just looking through these different images. Now keep in mind, it looks like the HDR is warming up these pictures a lot. So this will be a good test with the orange. So it really warms them up. So it makes a pretty big difference. But it actually washes out the TAC text right there and the TAC Life logo. So you can see off, on. Definitely warming up these images big time when you turn HDR on right there. So just keep that in mind. You can adjust the monitor to whatever settings work best for you and your needs, but it does work great with mobile phones as well. Now we can check out some web browsing. So look at this beautiful site, man. You can go ahead and check it out. You can see how responsive it is on the monitor. Scrolling down to the bottom, going back up to the top. We can try some of the different tabs right there. You can even check out our blog too. So very responsive, guys. Doing a good job. We can open up one of the blog posts we have on our website. You can see everything looks good. Really nice. You can see our store, our about, merch. We have a lot of different options you can check out. You can take us to our social media as well too. So let's go ahead, let's open that up. Here's our YouTube channel. Pretty sweet. Give us a sub if you haven't already. Check out a lot of our videos on YouTube. You can also browse Twitter if you want. Check it out. Everything looks good with the monitor. Really nice. Go back. Let's pull up Instagram too. If you want to use it just to browse social media, web publishing, you can. Looks nice, guys. You can pull up Facebook too. Check out our page there. Give us a like and a follow on Facebook. That would be fantastic. So everything looks great with web browsing, watching YouTube videos, anything along those lines. So you can see the Mac desktop on the monitor. Everything looks great, guys. The resolution is actually nicer than I thought. I wasn't sure about the image quality. I know it's supposed to be 1080p, but this looks really good with the full HD right here. Better than it's showing you in the video you're watching, because you may see lines and patterns and stuff here. And honestly, that's not true to what your eye will see. That's only being picked up by my camera. So I want to go over some of the menu settings. We have one menu button in the bottom left-hand corner to control and navigate everything with the on-screen display. So let's go ahead. You can push it in. That brings up the menu right here. So you can see we have our brightness and contrast settings. You can see all the different options we have right there. Then we can go down to our color settings. You can see all the different options we have right there as well. In case you're wondering too, maximum resolution 1920 by 1080p 60 Hertz. That's what we're experiencing right now. Then we have our audio settings, our other settings. So we could turn FreeSync on, HDR, reset it, and then our input type. So USB Type-C or HDMI. That's all of our settings. Then you can use the back button to navigate back. That's going to be the power button. And then we can just push that same button up once to adjust our brightness on the fly. So we're currently at 100%. You can hold it down to adjust it quickly, or you can move it down one push at a time to go individually. So we're currently at 75%. Let's take it down to 50. Here's 50%, 25%, and 0%. Then we can hold it down again, holding it up actually, go all the way back up to 100. I definitely like it on 100. Honestly, I'd say my biggest complaint so far would be that it's just not bright enough. At 100, it's fine, but it might leave you wanting to increase the brightness even more, but that's as bright as it will go. It'll be fine for on-the-go work, connecting it to your laptop or anything like that. And it's bright enough. I want to stress that. It is bright enough, but for my own personal opinion and preferences, I'd really like to see this monitor be even brighter. So then we can go back with the power button again. And if we push it down, we can actually adjust the volume too. So here's our volume. Currently we have it set to 100. So let's go ahead, let's play some music and try out the two built-in speakers. So there we go, guys. You can see the max decibels we were able to pick up from the two built-in speakers for the monitor with this song, 102 decibels. That's pretty decent for two 1-watt speakers. Now let's go ahead, let's run some more tests on the monitor. So guys, I got a free monitor test pulled up right here. We're gonna go ahead and give it a try. Let's start the test. We're gonna check a lot of different things with this monitor. So first up, you can see we have our test pattern right here. We're just supposed to check this for image quality. The circle should be a circle. The line should be clear and defined. Everything looks great. So far, so good. Let's go to the next test. So here we go, defective pixels. You guys can just trust me for this one. So I'm looking around. No dead pixels that I can see. On black, now we're doing it on white. I thought maybe we'd get one or two, but no dead pixels. Great, straight out of the box, that's always nice. Now let's try it on red and green. So we got red up first. Really looking at it. No dead pixels on red. Let's try it on green. Everything looks good on green too. Let's go to our next color, blue. All right, blue looks great too. I feel like typically if you find any dead pixels, black's the easiest one to see it on. Now we're checking uniformity. So we want to see if the brightness is equally distributed across the whole monitor. Let's try the different tones. Here's 25%. 50%, so you guys can see that. 75%. All right, let's go to our next test. Color distances. So we got to check the extent to which our monitor can display similar colors while keeping them different. So basically, the closer they can be but still look different, the better the monitor. You can see what we're doing right here. I mean, that looks really good, guys. We can reset it too, just back to what we had. But that looks great for the reds. Greens, let's try the greens right here. All right, so I can actually still see the green. It might be harder to see on the camera video, but I can still see the green. Just for fun, let's do the blue. So I can still see that even better than the greens. But yeah, that's good with the gray. Decent color distances. Now gradient time. So we can see with the gradients. Bring it all the way down to 8. Slowly make our way back up. So basically, as we make our way to 256, guys, there shouldn't be any abrupt and noticeable changes in brightness between the grayscales. I would say that at 256, it still looks decently, it looks good, don't get me wrong, compared to, you know, this. This is what you don't want to see at 256. But I feel like my eyes can still make out the lines at 256 barely. I feel like I can still see them right there. Sharpness, very sharp, looks good for the font size. And maybe that's it, guys. I think the quality looks good because this is a very sharp monitor. You can see that with different options. Let's swap the color too. So the video might be a little funky for you guys, but it looks really good in person. I can tell you it's going to be hard on the camera, though. I can see the preview right there for you guys. So it's really sharp. I can read all of the sample text right there. It's going to be crazy on your viewing of it, though. So just trust me on that. Viewing angle as well, too. So we can test the monitor's viewing angle. So basically, I need to go move around and see if the circles still stay the same. So I'm actually looking at it from below and from above off to the side, straight on. You know, if I get almost 180 out with it, I'd say the circle sizes change. But better than I expected. So you definitely have a pretty wide viewing angle with this monitor. We can look at our gamma now. Here we go. This is a fun one to adjust. We got to try to determine the gamma value. Try to get it to blend back in to the greatest possible extent. Let's see. Not that. Maybe a little bit after 2. Probably right there. I mean, I can still see it. Now, what's funny, if I change my viewing angle, it's a lot harder to see than head on. Probably around 2, 2.1, 2.2 maybe. No, probably around 2, I'd say. It's gamma value. And then here's response time. You can see what we got going on right here. So let's adjust some of this. You can see we just increased the speed. We can increase the distance too. Let's go max everything. So we can reset it back to default. And don't forget, we can change the background too if we wanted. A lot of different options for the left rectangle and the white rectangle, the right rectangle right there. This is a better test though if we had other monitors to compare it with to see the differences between the two. At least you can see some motion moving around to gauge some of the responsiveness. Maybe you can use the default settings with your monitor to compare right here in real time. Just rewatch this part of the video. Since this monitor does have HDR, I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys the differences between having HDR off and on just with our nice Mac desktop background. So currently it's off. Let's go into our menu settings. Let's go to Other. And here's HDR. You can see it's off right now, but watch as I switch it down to 2084. Here we go. Check out the differences right there. So it's noticeable, the HDR. So it looks very flat without it. Still a beautiful picture, but look at the details we get with that sunset in the evening now with that photo that we don't have with HDR turned off. So look at how good that looks. There it is. We can turn it on, and now we can enjoy HDR with this monitor. All right, guys, so now we got to test it out doing some gaming. We're playing Rocket League right now. Let's see how it does. Again, 1920, 1080p, 60 frames per second. Let's go. Got it. Look at that. So far, so good, guys. I'm enjoying it. Check out that mad replay, yo. Boom. He in, baby. Hey, I'm loving it. Great for gaming. So fun. Very responsive for 60 frames for gaming, guys. We just kind of drive around, try it out a little bit. Second goal. Man, this monitor is good luck for me in Rocket League. This is awesome, guys. Just wanted to show off for you guys while I'm filming this video. So sweet. So really clear and crisp gameplay. Like I said, super responsive. It's looking good. No lag, no glitching. Decently smooth too. Super fast. Oh no, and they just scored. But what do you think about it? I think it looks good. Smooth, fluid. Nice gameplay. So of course, guys, we got to try the monitor out with a little bit of Fortnite so you can see how everything looks. Let's go ahead and let's play. Oh, that's not my teammate. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's go. Got him. Got him. So as you can see, my Fortnite skills have some room for improvement, but I was able to get some eliminations, even though I kept shooting at my own teammates because I wasn't sure which side people were on. Back to the monitor though, it's great for a wide variety and range of tasks, and it looks better in person than you'll ever see on the camera from this review. And honestly, I was skeptical going in about the image quality, but I think there's a couple things that go in its favor. The smaller screen size to give us that full HD, the picture quality looks really good. It's nice that we have 60 hertz. I'd love to see 120 and beyond. I think that would be a really great feature, especially at this price point, because I think this monitor is a tad expensive. I think it's 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks too expensive, but it does have a premium look and feel to it, and it's very slim, so it's ultra portable. That's definitely what you're paying for, so you pay a premium for that feature. For myself, if I was going to buy this brand new, I would rather take that money and buy a legit permanent monitor, or whatever you want to call it, one that's made for your desktop, and then just lug it with me out the door under my arm if I ever needed some portable computing with some extra screen space. And there's some other competitors on the market that look identical with just a different brand down here that are a couple of bucks cheaper. And there's even some other monitors that are around this screen size that are around the $100 price point. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of competition out there on the market, but this one does have really nice picture quality. You have FreeSync as well if you want to use that. And it does have HDR. I found myself with the HDR typically not using it. I thought that it kind of just warmed up the picture too much. But again, that's my own personal opinion, and it might depend on what you're doing with this monitor. So overall though, the stand's nice. Love the magnetic cover, the 2 positions. Maybe having a 3rd position in the future would be cool too. But really nice, guys. It's got the ports you need, 2 USB Type-C. And I was able to use both of the USB Type-C ports to power and transmit data from my Mac Mini, which is great. So they do specify which ports for what use in the user guide manual, but I was able to use both with my Mac Mini, and just having one cable is great too. If you want to do the HDMI route, don't forget you got to use a USB Type-C to power it. So you have to have 2 cables for the HDMI route if your computer doesn't have USB Type-C that transmits video and data and power for you. Really quick, I also wanted to talk about the speakers and the brightness again. So in regards to the speakers, they're just okay, guys. They're not great. I wasn't expecting them to be great. It's just nice that the monitor even has a built-in speaker for you, but keep that in mind. You're definitely going to want to get some better audio elsewhere. Hopefully your laptop or whatever other computer you're using will have some better built-in speakers than what comes through the monitor. And in regards to brightness, I really wish the monitor was brighter, especially at the price point you're paying. It should be the brightest, best portable monitor on the market today. I'd rather it be so bright that you want to turn it down as opposed to the opposite, which is what I think this monitor is, where it's too dim and too dark and you can't turn it up anymore. At 100% brightness, you'll be able to get the job done and it's just fine, but you're going to want, probably like myself, to be able to turn it up brighter than you'll be able to. Well, that concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget the product link will be in our video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Any purchase made through that link helps support our channel at no additional cost to you. So we're really grateful and thankful for all of your support. While you're at it, can you go ahead and hit that like button for us? And subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily and we don't want you to miss anything. Please go ahead and give us a follow online and make it a clean sweep. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Discord. You can message us on WeChat, check out our website, and join our free newsletter. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget, new content daily, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.